Today I'm going to guide you through a beginner yoga flow, so hop into something comfy and meet me on the mat. Okay, we're going to start today's practice in a seated position. So find a comfortable seat here. You can sit cross-legged, just kind of shimmy into what feels good for you today. I have a nice tall spine. Work out any kinks here. Nice tall spine. Adjust your seat if you need to. For a few moments, we're just going to focus on your breath. Feel free to close your eyes here if that feels more relaxing, or just soften your gaze. Focus on taking a nice deep breath in and exhale. Again, nice deep breath in, breathe it in and exhale. Long breath in, long exhale. Last one, breathe it in and exhale. You can open your eyes. We're going to focus on doing a nice spinal twist here. So we're going to put our opposite hand on our opposite knee. Other hand is going to come in behind and plant down on the floor. You're going to gaze behind you, getting a nice little spinal twist here. Spinal twists are really good for helping calm you down, help with anxiety, and they even help with digestion. Take some nice deep breaths here and exhale. Breathe it in and out. We're going to come back to a neutral position here. We're going to repeat that on the opposite side. Opposite hand on your opposite knee. Plant that other hand in behind and gently gaze behind your shoulder. Focus on your breath here. And slowly make your way back to a neutral position. Kind of wiggle from side to side, make a couple of circles here. Just relaxing your body, and you can reverse that circle other way. Take a few moments to kind of remember why you showed up here today. Okay, so we're going to come into a tabletop position. So flip under like this. Hands are going to go on your mat here in line with your shoulders. Knees are in line with your hips. And when you're ready, we're going to push up into downward facing dog. So the hips are going up towards the sky. The higher, the better. You can work on bringing your heels down closer to the mat by pedaling your feet out here, or even just kind of shifting your weight side to side, just kind of getting more comfortable in that downward facing dog. Whatever feels good for you. This is your chance to listen to your body. Now we're going to come into a three-legged dog. So we're going to lift up one of your legs here, and then on an exhale, we're going to step that leg through. Drop the back knee down. Take a second here to wiggle in, get comfy, and then if it feels good for you, bring it up into crescent pose. Focusing on keeping your core tight, everything nice and aligned here. Reaching up, gazing up in between your hands here. Nice deep breaths in. If you're a little wobbly, that's okay. And then we're going to take our hand down to the mat here. And if this feels good for you and you want to stay here with your hand on your hip or maybe on your back or something, then that's great. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more to get into a tiny bit of a deeper stretch, you can reach your opposite hand up towards the sky and gaze up towards that raised hand. This is also a spinal twist. A few deep breaths here. On the exhale, take both hands back down to the mat. We're going to step that foot back and we're going to lift our hips back up into the downward facing dog. Pedal those feet out. Same thing, other side, kick that leg up, three-legged dog. Step it through, drop the knee down. Take a second to kind of shift your weight and get comfy if you need to. Then we're going to bring it up into crescent. Gazing up through your raised hands, taking a couple deep breaths here. And exhale. Nice. We're going to plant our hand down on the floor beside our foot. And if this feels good here for you, then that's fine. If you want to get a deeper stretch here, you can raise your hand up. Or the other side. Take your hands down to your mat and we're going to step that foot back through and again pop those hips up into the downward facing dog. Pedal the feet out. Now we're going to shift your weight forward into a plank, keeping your core nice and tight. Bum is down, whole body in a straight line here. Slowly lower down. Belly on the mat. Come up to a cobra. If this is too intense for you, you can do baby cobra. And from cobra, we're going to shift back again to downward facing dog. Pedal those feet out. We're going to take a three-legged dog. And we're going to step it through. This time keeping that back knee up. We're going to shift that back foot so it's facing forward. And we're going to come into a standing position here. So checking in again with your core. The back foot is pointing towards the long way of your mat here. Front foot is forward. We're going to lift our arms up. And now we're in warrior pose. Arms should be one straight line if you can. Really jutting this knee forward. And this is a nice straight line. A deep breath here. And we're going to take it back into peaceful warrior. Drop this hand down. This hand comes overhead for a nice stretch. Back up to warrior. We're going to set up for triangle pose. So we're going to straighten that front leg, pop the hip forward a little bit, come down towards the floor. And if this feels good for you, you can hold on to your shin, this hand up to the sky, gaze up towards that. If you want to take it a little deeper, hand can go right down to the mat. Back up, transition back into warrior two, peaceful warrior. And then we're gonna cartwheel the hands down to the mat. And we're gonna step that foot back, come into plank, down to cobra, and up. And then we're gonna push our hips up into downward facing dog. We're gonna repeat that flow on the opposite side. Three-legged dog. Step that foot through. Turn that foot out and check in with your core. Arms up to warrior two. Take it back to peaceful warrior. Back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. We're setting up for triangle. Shift forward, drop it down. Again, you can hold on to that shin if that feels good, or if you want a deeper stretch, take it right down to the floor, gazing up towards that raised hand. Holding that and breathing. Take it back up to warrior two. Set up for that. Back into peaceful warrior. And we're going to cartwheel those hands down. Into plank. Cobra. Hips up to downward facing dog. We're going to repeat that again. Now we're flowing. Three-legged dog. Step it through. When you're ready, rotate the foot out, bring it up to warrior two. Bring it back into peaceful warrior. Back up into warrior two. Feels good to be a warrior. Straighten out that front leg. Shift forward. Bring it down into triangle. Back up into warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel those hands down. Plank. Down to cobra. And then push those hips up. Downward facing dog. Three-legged dog. Step that foot through. Rotate that back foot. Set it up for warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Triangle pose. Down, gaze up towards your hand. Back up to warrior two. Arms up nice and tall. Bring it back to peaceful warrior. Cartwheel those hands down. Plank to cobra to downward facing dog. Great job. We're going to take it down to the mat here. Down, all the way down. Feet together here. Letting your legs just fall open. You just brought a little bit of heat into your body. So now we're just gonna thank our body for showing up. One hand to heart, one hand to your belly here. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. You can take a moment to think about your intention for today again. Show yourself a little bit of love for showing up today. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Nice job. And now we're going to do a Shavasana, which is amazing. Great way to end any yoga practice. Nice, comfortable seat on the mat here, laying down. Just kind of shift your body so you can just totally relax and sort of give in to this Shavasana. You can feel free to extend your Shavasana after this video if you wish. We're just going to breathe here. When you're ready, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bring some awareness back to your body. And flutter your eyelids open. Maybe take a nice big stretch here. You should be so proud of yourselves for showing up today. Let's take our hands to heart here and say Namaste. Take care.